I recognize that these things that we are talking about isn't always going to be easy to achieve. Chasing your dream, trying to become a better person, like, it's hard, it's uncomfortable. I know my potential. Like, bro, I know what I'm capable of doing. I don't mean to sound crazy, but right, there's these voices, there's these things that you don't know where these thoughts are coming from, but they're so real. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kai, and I want to just get right into this video because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing completely. I'm still trying to figure this out, but that is kind of why I want to talk about what I want to talk about in this video, because I'm frustrated at the fact that we can know what we have to do to get to where we want to be and still not do it. Like, I get so mad at myself because I'll have a list of things that I know I want to get to, and I'll climb into bed, a day will go by, another day will go by, and the days keep going, but that list is not getting any smaller. It's just not. And I'm like, bro, and my frustration isn't even at the fact that I'm not getting the things done. My frustration comes at the fact that I know my potential. Like, bro, I know what I'm capable of doing, and I just feel like I'm selling myself short. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I hope that we can kind of talk together and we could kind of break through some of these barriers. Like, that, what holds us back when we know exactly what we need to do, we're just not doing it, And I come back to one thing every time, and it's, am I sitting in my higher self? Am I my higher self? Because I realize, and I'm sure you probably realize too, right? Like, there's moments in time where I'm flowing. Like, everything is good. And I have such confidence and conviction in those moments, because I can literally tell myself, like, bro, you want to go do this? You'll go do all the things you need to do to get there. Like, I believe in that. And, I feel like that's what's gotten me this far. But right now, it's like, I'm not feeling that, like, I'm not feeling like I'm in my highest self. And I feel like we're all kind of going through different seasons, like, the weather still ain't warm yet. It's still cold outside. And so that's what we're going to do here. That's what I want to talk about. I want to unpack what it means to sit in your highest self. I want to define what your highest self is. And I want to be able to connect the dots so that you and I can both walk away knowing how we can set ourselves up for success tomorrow. Defining your higher self. What does that mean? Who is your highest self? It's spiritual. It really is divine. It's allowing yourself to sit with yourself and giving yourself enough time and space to start to see the thoughts past your mind. What I mean by seeing the thoughts past your mind is, we have these things that, like, take up our mind, right? For young men, it might be women, money, cars, clothes, like, whatever, just the things that sit on the front of our mind, right? But then when you go past that, there's these, I don't mean to sound crazy, but right, there's these voices, there's these things that you don't know where these thoughts are coming from, but they're so real. And you got to give yourself time to sit with that. That is your higher self. That is the part of you want to connect with. And if you really feel like you can't get there, like, where do I start? Because that seems like something I can't even begin to think about. I would just say, start with two simple questions. What are your morals and what are your values? Your morals and your values will help you understand the life you want to lead, right? When you have certain morals and values, there's some things you're not going to do. Like, there's some things that you're just not willing to tolerate. And it's important that you find out what those things are, because they'll kind of guide you into that direction, And the more that you are standing on, you're standing on business, you're standing on what you know is good for you, over time, that spiritual connection gets stronger and it gets stronger. And before you know it, it's like God sitting right in front of you, like, this is what you need to be doing. And you're like, yeah. But the challenge is, it's easier said than done, Like, think about think about the times when you knew there was something you wanted to say to someone, but you just couldn't do it. Like, no matter how much you knew, like, if I just say this, if I express this thing, if I just get it out, I know it will help, but I just can't do it right now. That is kind of like accessing your highest self. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like it's right there, but it's so far away at the same time. And that is why when you aren't connected to your highest self, when you're not in it, why it's so much harder to be productive. You know what I mean? It gets so much harder because you're no longer seeing like the whole vision, right? Oh, like if I go to the gym this amount of times, like I could start, I'll start getting in shape, and then once I'm in shape and I start looking like this, I'll start feeling better about myself. And once I start feeling better about myself and my self-esteem grows stronger, I can go achieve my dreams. You know what I mean? You have the confidence. It doesn't play out all the way like that. Where you're not in your highest self, that means you're on a lower vibration, right? You're on a lower level, and you're probably feeling very like guarded, closed off. Like, I don't, you're not dreaming, you're not dreaming. Connecting the dots. How does accessing your highest self connect to you being able to be more productive as a person? It's, I don't want to say it's simple, but it is simple. When you are sitting in your highest self, the you know you're capable of being, you start to do the things that version of you would do. You know what I mean? It's like that whole saying, like, it's not that you have to do it, it's that you get to do it, right? I have a dream of having a podcast one day that, can reach across the world. You know what I mean? I have those dreams, and therefore there's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of practice that goes into that. Like videos like this, I have to get better at I just got to perfect my craft. It takes reps. However, if I'm not sitting in my highest self, or what I should probably say is my highest self would want that, because it's in line with what I want at the end. It's like, oh, like I get to come in here and make some content, make some art, talk to you, and hopefully help. I get to do that. But when I'm not in my highest self, I'm not the person who has these goals in their mind, then it's kind of like I don't see the end game. I just see it as work. And so that's how you're viewing your list of things to do, right? You're not seeing it as, if I do these things, I get closer and closer to where I want to be. So let me love this. Let me not look at it as work. Let me look at it as like a lifeline to my dream. You know what I mean? And in order to do that, you want to be in access with your higher self. You want to have that spiritual guidance, you know what I mean, along the way, because life's going to hit you. Life is certainly going to hit you. And that's what I'm facing right now. Like, even within this video, and I don't want to sound crazy, but I feel like I was going in and out of my higher self in certain moments. Like, there was moments where I knew exactly what I wanted to say. I felt like I was sitting right in your living room or bedroom or wherever with you. But then there's moments when I'm speaking and it's like instant doubt just comes in, and I recognize that I have to push that away. And so even with you, when it comes to your list of things to do and you're like, should I or should I not? Like, push that away. Just tell yourself, even when you're not feeling it, that your higher self would do this. The best version of you will do this. Sometimes I like to ask myself, like, if someone offered you $1 billion right now to do what's on your to-do list, would you do it? What? I do it however many times they tell me to. And that's kind of the idea, right? Look at your to-do list. Look at the things that you have to do as the path, the golden path to your dreams. And that should make you feel really good about yourself. You should feel very special in the fact that you're making this to-do list. No one is telling you what to do. No one is saying you got to go do this. You got to do your homework. You got to go to school. You got to go to work. You got to feed the cat. Like, no one's telling you to do any of these things. You are already kind of telling yourself to do these things. It's just you just don't follow through. You're like being an L man to yourself. And so, like, just eliminate that part, eliminate the part where you feel like you have a choice. you know? And then when you eliminate the part where you feel like you have a choice and it's like, oh, my higher self put this down on my list because he knew if I was to complete that, it would get him somewhere. That he would feel better. It would get him one step closer to his dreams. Block the other stuff away. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for connecting with me while I was going in and out of my higher self, you know. I recognize that these things that we are talking about isn't always going to be easy to achieve, you know. Chasing your dream, trying to become a better person, like it's hard, it's uncomfortable. You know, it's a bunch of different things. But each time we tune in and we get to have a conversation like this, I always walk away feeling one step closer to myself and what I desire. And I hope you do too.